FC Barcelona find themselves on the edge of sealing one of the summer's most talked about exits as 23-year-old Pau Victor steps off the plane in Portugal, senses tingling with the anticipation of change. He was conspicuously absent from Barca's recent tour of Asia, a clear signal that the Catalan giants and Sporting Braga were deep into final talks. The air around the training ground in Braga must have felt electric the moment Pau Victor arrived, luggage in hand and dreams on his sleeve, wondering what awaited him behind those high glass doors. What will he discover as he dons his white coat for that medical check? The suspense is palpable. Behind the scenes, agreement figures sparkle on financial spreadsheets. 12 million euros guaranteed, plus another 3 million euros waiting in the wings, tied to performance add-ons. Girona, the springboard of Pau Victor's career, is set to pocket 30% of the final fee, just as a clause written last summer promised. It's as if a well-coiled spring has released, each euro destined to ripple through club accounts, reshaping budgets and ambitions. Can Barcelona feel the extra breathing room already, or does the deal still hang in balance? On Pau Victor's side, personal terms are ironclad. He's inked a verbal handshake on a 5-year Braga contract, slated to be signed later today. Reports from Sport whisper that if all goes according to plan, the official unveiling could come within hours, or by the weekend at the latest. You can almost hear the clicking of pens over in Portugal, the final dotted I's and crossed T's. Will the club's social media channels explode with the news by Sunday? Braga emerged as the unsuspecting victor in a crowded field. While several Spanish clubs drifted in with loan plus option offers, Barcelona flirted briefly with selling half of Pau Victor's rights for 6 million euros. Yet when super agent Jorge Mendes pointed Braga out as the place where Pau Victor could truly shine, negotiations ignited. By Wednesday, a preliminary pact was sealed. By Thursday night, he was airborne to Portugal for his medical exams. It was a whirlwind, like a page-turner you can't put down. How will that medical room feel under the bright lights? All that remains are signatures. Despite the crisp contracts still waiting on desks, every clause and condition has been mapped out. Once formalities conclude, Pau Victor will lace up his boots and join Braga's ranks in training, ready to learn new set plays and call the front line his own. What will his first touch on Portuguese turf feel like? It's Braga's sporting blueprint that truly sold Pau Victor on the move. He's been drawn in by their track record of transforming young prospects into coveted assets, and by the promise that here he won't be a squad member, but the main man in front of goal. He'll have the freedom to chase down through balls and test his instincts, every roar of the home crowd fueling his ambition. Can you picture him sprinting onto the Braga pitch? The roar rising as he guides the first shot past the keeper? For Barcelona, the transfer is more than just a change of shirt story. It's a lifeline. The extra funds help bolster their salary cap, creating space to register big new names like Marcus Rashford and Joan Garcia, alongside the contract renewals they've locked in this summer. Each financial puzzle piece falling into place helps Barcelona dream bigger once more. What fresh chapters await at Camp Nou with a stronger squad? Pau Victor's journey began when Barcelona plucked him from Girona after a standout loan season with Barça Athletic, a period that saw him sharpen his goal-scoring instincts like a blade being honed. Barça paid just 2.7 million euros, a bargain that included Girona's promise of a slice of future riches. It was the start of a relationship built on potential. How often does talent erupt so unexpectedly? Last summer, he lit up the preseason as Barca's top scorer, earning a rare nod from Hansi Flick and earning his place in the senior squad. Yet once competitive fixtures arrived, opportunities dwindled. Even so, he trained with the calm professionalism of a veteran, eyes fixed on every drill. Then, in an honest conversation, Flick revealed plans to sign another forward, limiting Pau Victor's first-team chances. Would he fight on or look elsewhere to write the next page? He chose the latter, exploring options across Europe until Braga's project captured his imagination. Now, with the transfer almost complete, he stands on the brink of a bold new chapter, sporting Braga's anchoring striker, ready to weave his story into Portuguese football folklore. What moments of brilliance lie ahead as he dons the white and red? Stay tuned. This tale is just beginning.